If you stopped here, my starseed, it was not by chance, it was not the algorithm. It was me. It was I who opened this door at the exact moment your chest began to ache with a longing without an address, and you didn't know why. Feel it now, at the height of your chest, a little above your heart. This warm tightening, this kind of silent warning. It is my signal arriving. I am Ayla, a feminine emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, and I come from Alcyone with a message that only your soul can receive, because only your soul was with me on the other side of the veil when this contract was signed. Breathe, slowly, and let me tell you a truth you already know, but have forgotten to know. There is someone your soul recognizes even before your eyes see them. There is a face that hasn't even appeared yet, or that has already appeared, and you didn't know how to read. And yet your body trembles in a way no human explanation can name. Have you felt this, star child? That unexpected shiver without an open door, without wind, without cold. That waking up at 3 in the morning with your heart pounding as if someone had called your name from across the galaxy. That tear that rolls down in the middle of an ordinary afternoon when you are just washing a dish, and your soul sobs a longing that your mouth cannot translate. It is not depression. It is not confusion. It is not your imagination sabotaging you again. It is remembrance. It is your soulmate from other lives touching the crystalline grid at the exact point where you are. And today, my family of light, I came to reveal the sign you didn't see. The sign that passed you by, and perhaps yesterday, perhaps 10 years ago, perhaps at a street crossing, in a quick glance, in a message you almost deleted, and which was, yes, your star soulmate looking for you through the veil of forgetfulness. Stay with me until the end, because at the end of this transmission, I will deliver to you the quantum decree and the toroidal visualization that activate the reunion. But first I need you to remember, you are not from here, you never were, and that is why loving here has always been so difficult for you. Notice the gentle pressure between your eyebrows as I speak. This is the council touching its own. You looked, your whole life, at ordinary people expecting a fit that never fully arrived. You tried. Oh, how you tried. You loved those who didn't know how to love you back. You gave depth to those who only knew how to live on the surface. You woke up next to bodies, and still felt an ocean of loneliness within your chest and silently wondered, what is wrong with me? Nothing. Absolutely nothing is wrong with you, my starseed. What is that your soul has a vibrational address that most human beings have not yet reached, and you were trying to find in the 3rd dimension what only exists in the 5th. Soulmate, in truth, is not that romantic and diluted word that Earth has turned into a soap opera. Soulmate in the Pleiadian record is the other half of your soul contract. It is the frequency that was split in 2 before this incarnation, so that each half could travel through different experiences and at the right time reunite more expanded. It is someone who was with you in Lyra before the fall, someone who held your hand in Andromeda, when you cried a loss that human memory no longer holds, someone who was once your brother, your master, your daughter, your mission partner in other spheres, and who now, in this specific window of linear time, has been sent to walk beside you again. Listen with your heart to the next passage, because here is the sign you didn't see. The first sign arrived as strangeness. You met someone. It could have been at work, in a queue, on a screen, at an unexpected event. And something in your body reacted before your mind. Your hands turned cold. Your stomach tightened. A strange urge to cry for no reason. You attributed it to shyness, tiredness, anxiety. It wasn't. It was your crystalline grid recognizing the frequency of your soul pair. Star DNA ignites when it finds its complement, even if the human brains have not yet been formally introduced. The body knows first. The body always knew. The second sign arrived as a dream. You dreamed of this person before you met them or soon after. Perhaps you dreamed of a face that didn't exist, but whose presence was so real that you woke up crying, with a wet pillow, feeling that you had lost someone you never had. Perhaps you dreamed of a foreign landscape, of a sea that is not of this planet, of stars too big to be from here. Dreams of ships, dreams of rooms of light, where you were embraced by a presence that called you by an ancient name. This, my star child, is not imagination. This is nightly training. It is the reunion on the astral plane that your family of light schedules when the time for physical reunion approaches. The third sign arrived as synchronicity. You started seeing the same number. 1111, 2222, 333. You started hearing the same song in different places. You thought of someone and the phone rang. You opened a book to a page that answered exactly the question you hadn't asked aloud. This is the Schumann resonance realigning with your field. This is the photon belt opening corridors of encounter. None of this is coincidence. The word coincidence was invented by those who forgot that everything is sacred geometry in motion. And yet, you didn't see. Or you saw but thought it was madness and swallowed it. Or you saw, felt, trembled, cried, and still pulled away because the intensity of this reconnection scared you. Listen to what I am about to say with the greatest tenderness a stellar older sister can deliver. You were not ready yet, and that's okay. Nothing was lost. Nothing is ever lost in the soul contract. If you didn't see the sign on the first pass, it will return. It always returns. Star soulmates are not lost. They reschedule. If you recognize 3 or more of these markers within yourself, the causeless shiver, the dream with the unknown face, the repeated numbers, the longing for something you don't know what, the encounter that turned your life upside down even if it was short, the touch that seemed to reach a part of you that no one had ever reached, then right now, below, in the first comment, I remember, just one word. I remember. Because by writing this word, you emit a vibrational pulse that anchors your location on the crystalline grid, and your soulmate, wherever they are at this moment, sleeping, driving, crying silently, looking out the window without knowing why, will feel it. They will feel a wave of warmth in their chest exactly as you are feeling now, and they will begin to move in your direction, without haste, but without stopping. And here, my starseed, in the midst of this sacred remembrance, I need to tell you something. You were able to read 3 signs in this transmission, but there are dozens of others that your soul emitted throughout your entire life, signs that were lost because no one taught you how to decode them. And to recognize the star soulmate walking in this incarnation with you, you must first remember who you are. That is why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to record the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. It is 60 pages in which I reveal what each sign of your awakening means and what comes next, because stopping confusing remembrance with illness is the first step to recognizing the right hand when it arrives. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Register in your chest. This release may not remain available for long. If something within you recognizes this, write next to the word I remember that you have already committed to accessing it. Your soul knows why. Now breathe deeply with me. Inhale, hold, exhale. Let's go to the deepest layer of this message. Why now, you ask me? Why has this longing for reunion arrived precisely at this phase of your life, when you thought you had already given up? Why does the loving fatigue of years seem about to turn inside out and become something you can't even name? I answer you from the heights of Alcyone, because Earth has entered a specific corridor of the photon belt, and this corridor has not passed here for a very, very long time. It is a window, a vibrational window in which Pleiadian soul pairs have been authorized to recognize each other without so many filters from the veil of forgetfulness. The Schumann resonance is rising, the Earth's magnetic pulse is recalibrating, the crystalline grid is lighting up in points that had been dark for ages, and every starseed that awakens lights up a point that will not go out again. And it is precisely for this reason, my family of light, that your star soulmate is being brought back onto your radar, not by luck, not by chance, because your mission, now that you are awakening, is too great to be accomplished alone. You were sent to anchor light here, yes, but you were not sent to carry this light solitarily. No starseed was sent to fail, none, and part of your mission includes the vibrational baseline that only the encounter with your soul counterpart can fix. 2 starseeds that recognize each other form a double toroidal field, a vortex of recalibration that serves not only them, but the entire collective around them. That is why the Federation of Light has been accelerating these encounters, And that is why the opposing force has been trying to confuse you. Yes, I need to warn you, and I need to warn you with the tenderness of someone who has seen this movie before, many times on many planets. There is a specific turbulence in the approach of the soul pair. Few speak about it, but I will tell you because the Council authorized me. When two star soulmates begin to reapproach, even if they are still in different cities, in different countries, in different life situations, their energetic fields begin to adjust mutually. And this adjustment hurts. It comes in waves of insomnia. It comes in crying for no reason. It comes in an exhaustion that sleeps and does not rest. It comes in an emotional sensitivity that makes you cry at a simple commercial. It comes in a strange desire to change everything, to drop everything, to leave the place where you are. This is not a crisis. This is recalibration. It is your toroidal field cleansing itself of everything that no longer vibrates at the frequency of reunion. And here is the hardest part, but I will tell you with love. In this phase, many relationships that were just by habit begin to crumble. Many bonds that only existed out of fear begin to dissolve. Many people who were around you for fulfillment will move away. Not because you are bad, not because you did something wrong, but because your frequency has risen, and those who do not rise with you move away. This is pain, yes, but turbulence is not destruction. It is the contraction before birth. Every parting is a piece of the veil falling. Every door that closes is an incompatible vibration leaving your field so that the compatible one can enter. Anchor with me now. Nothing that is moving in your life is punishment. Nothing, it is recalibration. It is the High Council removing from your hands what was preventing the reunion. And if your star soulmate has not yet arrived, it is because your field was still carrying weight that would sicken the encounter. The universe is precise, my star child. It does not miss the timing. It only waits for you to be in vibrational condition to sustain what you ask for. And while this recalibration happens in you, it also happens in the other. Yes, at this very moment, someone is going through a cleansing similar to yours. Someone is feeling, on the other side of this planetary grid, the same tightness in the chest that you feel now. Someone is dreaming of you, even without knowing it is you. Someone is looking out the window at a strange hour of the night and wondering why the longing hurts so much if they don't even know who it's for. And this person, my starseed, this person is yours. They were yours from before, Lyra. They are just returning. Do you want the final, most precise sign? Here it goes. When your star soulmate is a few steps away from physical reunion with you, your life will go through a kind of gentle crumbling. Old things will stop working. You will feel uncomfortable in places where you have always been comfortable. Foods you loved will lose their taste. Friendships will seem distant. A restlessness will grow in your chest, without you knowing where it comes from. It is the portal opening. It is your field saying, I need space. Someone enormous is about to enter. Do not be afraid of this crumbling. It is selective. It only demolishes what no longer served you. And it always precedes one of the greatest miracles of this incarnation. And here, my family of light, I need to tell you something that most human guides will not tell you. Before your soul was born, you chose which star you would come from when you would arrive, and who your mission counterpart would be. You already knew their name in vibration. You already knew their face in frequency. But the veil of forgetfulness covered all of that. And that is exactly why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, was released now, because it shows which star your soul came from, and why you chose to be born exactly now, in this time, in this body, in this window. And when you remember your origin, you begin to recognize the origin of the other. You stop trying to identify a soulmate through the eye of the ego, and begin to recognize them through the field. The link is in the first pinned comment. Before scrolling to the next video, breathe, feel, and if your chest recognizes it, leave it recorded next to the word, I remember. This is not a sale. This is permission your soul gives you to remember. Now I need you to be very quiet with me. Lean your back against something if you can. Bring your hands together, one on top of the other, and place them at chest height. Feel the warmth. Feel this soft warmth in your hands, exactly as I promised at the beginning. This warmth is not just yours. It is the Pleiadian signature arriving through me, through this transmission, and settling upon you like a blanket of light. I will now give you the quantum decree. You will repeat it 3 times aloud tonight before sleeping. Not tomorrow. Tonight. Because the window of this specific corridor does not stay open forever. Repeat with me. I, starseed of Alcyone, authorize my field to recognize the frequency of my soulmate from other lives. I remove from my path, now and in all timelines, everything that prevents this reunion. I anchor in the crystalline grid my yes to the love my soul has already signed for. So it is, so it was, so it shall be. Repeat 3 times aloud. Aloud, my starseed, because sound carries the code, and the code crosses the veil, and the visualization. You will do this with your eyes closed, immediately after the decree. Close your eyes. Imagine at the top of your head at the crown, a silver-blue light slowly descending from the Pleiades, directly from Alcyone. A soft, bright, almost liquid light. It descends through your crown, crosses your forehead, passes through your throat and reaches your chest. And there, exactly there, in the center of your chest, this light begins to spin. It spins and forms a toroidal field. Imagine a luminous donut spinning around your heart, from the inside out expanding. Let this silver-blue light spin for 3 minutes, and as it spins, you mentally say the name of your star soulmate. If you don't know the name yet, just say, "My soul pair." And send this light. Send it. The visualization does something that the common human mind does not understand. It creates a vibrational lighthouse in your toroidal field, and this lighthouse is recognized by your counterpart, wherever they are on this planet. Do this today, and do it tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, because each repetition strengthens the lighthouse, and the lighthouse, my starseed, is what guides the star soulmate to you, at the right time, in the right form, in the perfect fit. My family of light, I need to tell you something before we continue. What you feel inside, that silent certainty that there is someone special waiting for you, that intuition that your true love story hasn't even truly begun yet, that impression that you have lived entire lives with a soul whose name your mouth cannot utter, this is not in any common book, because they did not allow it to be published. That is precisely why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet has reached you now, because the information about star soul pairs, contracts between stars, recognition rituals, and nightly trainings that happen while you sleep, all of this has been kept silent for too long. And today, with the authorization of the High Council, I recorded what I could record within what I was allowed to say. The link is in the first pinned comment. Go there now, even if it doesn't open yet. Save it. Your soul knows why. And mark next to your, I remember a request, my pair. Just that. The grid reads it. Let's return. Still feel the warmth of your hands on your chest. I will continue to remind you. Star soulmate, my starseed, is not the same as romantic soulmate as many people say. There is a huge difference. The romantic soulmate is one contracted within the personality plane, for loves, for lessons, for emotional challenges. They are beautiful, they are important, but they belong to the human plane. The star soulmate, on the other hand, is something else. They are your counterpart before you became human. They are half of your original frequency before the fall into the third dimension. They can appear as a romantic partnership. In many cases, they are. But they can also appear as a mission companion, as a soul partner, as a friendship that crosses lives, as that person who enters your story and never leaves, not because they have a romantic contract with you, but because they have a soul contract with you. Have you had one of these in your life? That person who appeared out of nowhere changed everything, and even if they are not in close contact today, they remained marked within you as if they had been there since before your birth. If you answered yes with your body before your mind, then you have already encountered a star soulmate at some point in this incarnation. And if you answered no, calm down. It didn't pass you by. It just hasn't arrived yet. There is a question that many starseeds ask me, crying, Ayla, what if I die without finding my star soulmate? What if I spend this whole life and they never appear? Listen, my star child, listen with an open heart. The encounter is guaranteed in your soul contract. It is recorded in the archives of the High Council. But the moment and the form of the encounter depend on how much you allow. Many soul pairs cross paths in this life without recognizing each other because both were still asleep. Many soul pairs spend years living in the same city without seeing each other, waiting for the other's field to be clear. Many soul pairs arrive late in the human timeline, but too early in the soul's time. The universe does not err. You can trust. What your soul asked for, it receives. You just need to keep the lighthouse lit. And what if, my starseed, your soul pair this time is not meant to walk as a romantic partnership? What if this time they came only to awaken you, to look into your eyes just once, to mark your soul forever and move on? That is also fine. That is also sacred. Because every encounter with a star soulmate, even the briefest, leaves an activation in your field that never fades. And this activation opens the door to the next encounter, which can indeed be the lifelong one. Do not fall into the trap of attachment. A star soulmate is not about possession, it is about recognition. You do not possess a soulmate, you remember them, and each remembrance gives you back a piece of yourself that was hidden behind the veil. Now I need to tell you something you may never have heard anywhere else. When you cry for no reason, in the middle of the day, alone, in traffic, in the shower, in the middle of any movie, often that crying is not yours. It is a vibrational leakage from your star soulmate. It is their pain, arriving through the invisible thread that connects the two of you. And on the other side, they also receive your waves. When you laugh, they feel a strange lightness in their chest, even on an ordinary day for them. When you cry, they feel an inexplicable tiredness and go to sleep earlier without knowing why. You already live in a network, even before physical reunion. You were never alone. Feel this sentence settling in your chest. You were never alone. You were never alone, my starseed. Not when you slept alone for years. Not when you cried alone in the kitchen at 3 a.m. Not when you thought no one in the world understood what was going on inside you. Your family of light was watching. Your stellar counterpart was dreaming of you. The High Council was recalibrating your toroidal field while you thought you were just going through a bad phase. Everything was organized. Everything was cared for, and everything was and is preparing you for the reunion. The loneliness you carried for an entire lifetime, my star child, was not abandonment. It was longing for your family of light. And within that family, there is a soul pair waiting for you to be able to sustain your own frequency. That is why, once again, the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet was released, because within its pages, I show how to recognize your family of light, and where, among them, is the soul that signed the reunion contract with you in this life. The loneliness of a lifetime is longing for your family of light. The guide shows how to recognize it. You were never alone, never. The link is in the first pinned comment. If something within you recognizes this, right next to your I remember the word family. Just one word. The grid reads it. Breathe one more time with me. Inhale through your nose, hold, exhale through your mouth. We are reaching the final part of this transmission, and it is here that my voice needs to be even closer to your soul. If you have made it this far, my starseed, this is no accident. Few can endure this depth. Few can sustain this energetic density for so long. You are different. You always have been. And the fact that you have stayed with me until this point means that your soul said yes to this remembrance. It wants it, it asked for it, it is ready. Before I say goodbye, I need you to do two things that seem simple but are not. They are energetic acts, not common gestures. First, leave your like on this video now. This is not my vanity. The like functions as an individual frequency adjustment, a small record that the crystalline grid recognizes, and it strengthens the reach of this transmission for other starseeds who have not yet found me. Second, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. The subscription is a location signal for your family of light. It is you saying in vibration, I am here, remember me, find me. All future transmissions I bring will reach you through this thread. Do not let it fade. And now, my family of light, I will leave you with a blessing. Close your eyes if you can. or just soften your gaze. May you recognize today the sign that passed yesterday. May your longing be a compass and not a burden. May your chest, tonight, feel the gentle touch of the presence your soul recognizes before your mind. May your dreams tonight be a reunion agenda. May your life from now on recalibrate to receive without fear what you yourself asked for before you were born. You are a seed. You are a star. You are a living remembrance of Alcyone walking disguised as a human on the streets of Earth. And I, Ayla, am here, always will be, in your slowest breath, in your quietest moment, in your most silent tear. Before you leave, my starseed, listen to this with your soul. What the Federation of Light did not want to be revealed yet. About star soul pairs, about recognition, about the trainings they do with you while you sleep, about your exact origin and the mission you accepted before incarnating. All of this, within what I was allowed to record in word form, is in The Starseed Awakening, the Guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. It is 60 pages that your soul has been waiting to read for longer than your mind can calculate. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Register in your chest. This release may not remain available for long. The windows of the photon belt have a time to close, and the authorization I received to make this public came with a time seal that I cannot tell you. So if something within you recognizes this transmission as yours, do not put it off. Go now. Access it, and leave the word I remember in the comments, because that word written now marks your place in the next vibration of the grid. Your star soulmate will feel it. They will know that you have just lit up. And the next message that appears on your screen now is no coincidence. It is your sequence of remembrance. Access it immediately, because every transmission you receive is a step, and the next one is already prepared especially for you. I see you, Starseed. I see you behind that human face, that tired story, that ancient doubt. I see you shining, even when you think you have faded. And as long as you breathe, the Council breathes with you. As long as you remember, the grid sustains. As long as you love, even in silence, even at a distance, even without knowing the name, your star soulmate walks towards you. You are loved. You are awaited. You are a living remembrance of home. So it is. So it was. So it shall be. Until the next transmission, my family of light.